Video 9. Harmful Behaviors Affecting Reproductive Health. Welcome back to our series on improving men's reproductive health, particularly focusing on erectile dysfunction, ED. In previous videos, we've explored positive lifestyle changes and supportive exercises. Today, in Video 9, we'll delve into behaviors that can negatively impact reproductive health, specifically obesity, sleep deprivation, and chronic stress. Understanding these risks is crucial because they not only exacerbate ED, but also affect overall sexual function and fertility. By recognizing these harmful behaviors, you can take proactive steps to mitigate their effects and prevent future issues. We'll discuss each behavior in detail, backed by scientific evidence, and provide practical advice for gradual changes. The goal is to empower you with knowledge to make informed decisions for better health. Remember, small adjustments can lead to significant improvements. Let's dive in and explore how these factors harm reproductive health and what you can do about them. Obesity, a major threat to reproductive health. Obesity, defined as a body mass index, BMI, of 30 kilograms per square meter or higher, is a widespread condition that significantly impairs reproductive health in men. It affects hormone balance, blood flow, and overall sexual function, making it a key risk factor for erectile dysfunction, ED, and reduced fertility. How obesity impacts reproductive health. Obesity disrupts multiple physiological processes essential for healthy sexual function. Excess body fat leads to hormonal imbalances, vascular damage, and inflammation, all of which contribute to ED and other reproductive issues. Hormonal disruption. Adipose tissue, fat, converts testosterone into estrogen, lowering free testosterone levels. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, in 2004 found that obese men have 30 to 50% lower testosterone levels compared to non-obese men, directly correlating with ED severity. Low testosterone reduces libido and impairs erection quality. Vascular damage. Obesity promotes atherosclerosis, narrowing blood vessels and reducing penile blood flow. According to a 2019 review in the World Journal of Men's Health, obese men have a threefold increased risk of ED due to endothelial dysfunction. This is because fat accumulation causes inflammation, leading to plaque buildup in arteries. Inflammation and oxidative stress. Chronic low-grade inflammation from obesity damages sperm quality and erectile tissue. Research from the Asian Journal of Andrology in 2014 showed that obese men have higher rates of oxidative stress, reducing sperm motility by 20 to 30% and increasing ED prevalence. Specific figures. In the Massachusetts male aging study, 79% of men with ED had a BMI over 25 kilograms per square meter, and those with BMI over 30 kilograms per square meter had a 3 times higher risk of sexual dysfunction. Additionally, a meta-analysis in obesity reviews indicated that weight loss of 5 to 10% body weight can improve ED symptoms in 31% of obese men. Obesity also affects fertility by reducing sperm count and quality. A 2020 study in fertility and sterility reported that obese men have 42% lower sperm concentration and 81% higher odds of azoospermia, no sperm compared to normal weight men, obesity, and male fertility. Gradual changes to combat obesity. To address obesity, start with small, sustainable steps rather than drastic overhauls. Begin by tracking your daily calorie intake using an app like MyFitnessPal, aiming for a deficit of 500 calories per day to lose about 0.5 kilograms per week, as recommended by the American Heart Association. Incorporate more whole foods, such as fruits and vegetables, which are low in calories but high in fiber, helping you feel full longer. Increase physical activity gradually. Start with 10 to 15 minutes of walking daily, building up to 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week, per WHO guidelines. Join a support group or consult a nutritionist for personalized plans. Monitor progress with weekly weigh-ins and adjust as needed. Remember, consistency is key. Studies show that gradual weight loss leads to better long-term adherence and sustained improvements in ED. Obesity is a silent killer for reproductive health, but it's reversible. From my experience, starting with small changes like swapping sugary snacks for fruits made a huge difference in my energy levels and confidence. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Don't underestimate the power of one step at a time. Sleep deprivation. Undermining hormonal balance and sexual function. Sleep deprivation, defined as getting less than 7 hours of quality sleep per night, has profound effects on reproductive health. Chronic lack of sleep disrupts hormone production, increases stress, and impairs vascular function, all contributing to ED and reduced fertility. How sleep deprivation impacts reproductive health. Insufficient sleep affects the body's endocrine system, leading to hormonal imbalances that directly influence sexual performance. Testosterone suppression. Testosterone is primarily produced during deep sleep. A study in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, in 2011 found that 1 week of sleep restriction, 5 hours per night, reduced testosterone levels by 10 to 15% in young men. Low testosterone decreases libido and erection quality. Increased stress hormones. Sleep deprivation elevates cortisol, which antagonizes testosterone. Research from the Sleep Journal in 2015 showed that chronic sleep loss increases cortisol by 50%, leading to a 25% higher risk of ED. Vascular and endothelial dysfunction. Poor sleep impairs blood vessel function. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Endocrinology reported that men with sleep apnea, a form of deprivation, have 63% higher ED prevalence due to oxidative stress. Specific figures. The National Sleep Foundation estimates that 35% of adults get less than 7 hours of sleep, correlating with a 40% increased ED risk in middle-aged men. Additionally, a meta-analysis in Sleep Medicine Reviews indicated that improving sleep duration to 7 to 9 hours can reduce ED symptoms by 30% in affected individuals. Sleep deprivation also affects sperm quality, with studies showing reduced sperm count by 29% in men sleeping less than 6 hours nightly. Fertility and sterility. Gradual changes to improve sleep. Start by establishing a consistent sleep schedule, aiming for 7 to 9 hours per night. Create a bedtime routine. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed to reduce blue light exposure, which suppresses melatonin by 23%. Harvard study. Use relaxation techniques like deep breathing to fall asleep faster. Limit caffeine after noon and create a cool, dark sleep environment. Ideal temperature, 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. If insomnia persists, track sleep with an app like Sleep Cycle and consult a doctor for underlying issues like sleep apnea. Gradual changes, such as adjusting bedtime by 15 minutes nightly, lead to better adherence. Sleep is the foundation of reproductive health, yet it's often overlooked. I've experienced how even one night of poor sleep affects energy and mood. Prioritizing sleep has been transformative for me. It's like recharging your body's battery for better performance in all areas, including the bedroom. Chronic stress, the silent saboteur of sexual health. Chronic stress, characterized by prolonged exposure to stressors like work pressure or financial worries, triggers a cascade of physiological responses that harm reproductive health. It elevates cortisol, disrupts hormone balance, and impairs vascular function, leading to ED and decreased libido. How chronic stress impacts. Reproductive health stress activates the body's fight-or-flight response, diverting resources away from non-essential functions like reproduction. Hormonal imbalance. Elevated cortisol suppresses testosterone production. A 2010 study in the Journal of Andrology found that men with high stress levels have 20 to 30% lower testosterone, directly contributing to ED. Vascular constriction. Stress causes blood vessel narrowing, reducing penile blood flow. Research in the Psychosomatic Medicine Journal in 2013 showed that chronic stress increases ED risk by 2.5 times due to endothelial dysfunction. Psychological effects. Stress leads to anxiety and depression, which exacerbate ED. A meta-analysis in the Journal of Sexual Medicine in 2019 reported that stressed men have a 39% higher prevalence of ED. Chronic stress and ED. Specific figures. The American Psychological Association estimates that 75% of adults experience moderate to high stress, correlating with a 50% increased ED risk in stressed individuals. Additionally, a 2020 study in andrology found that stress management interventions reduce ED symptoms by 35%. Chronic stress also affects sperm quality, with studies showing reduced sperm motility by 38% in stressed men, fertility and sterility. Gradual changes to manage chronic stress. Begin with mindfulness practices, such as 5 to 10 minutes of meditation daily, which can reduce cortisol by 20%. Harvard study. Incorporate deep breathing exercises. The 4-7-8 technique. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 7, exhale 8. Done twice daily lowers stress levels effectively. Prioritize work-life balance by setting boundaries, like no emails after 8 p.m. Engage in hobbies or social activities weekly to build resilience. If stress is overwhelming, seek professional help. Therapy can reduce symptoms by 40% within 8 weeks. Track progress with a journal to celebrate small wins. Chronic stress is a hidden enemy that crept up on me during busy periods, affecting my energy and intimacy. Learning to manage it through daily routines has been life-changing. It's like lifting a weight off your shoulders, allowing your body to function as it should. Encouraging step-by-step changes. Making changes to address obesity, sleep deprivation, and chronic stress doesn't have to be overwhelming. The key is to start small and build habits gradually, ensuring sustainability and reducing the risk of burnout. For obesity, begin with one meal swap per day, like replacing fried snacks with a fruit salad. Track your BMI weekly using an app. Aim for a 1 to 2% body weight loss per month to see improvements in ED within 3 months, as per obesity reviews. Walk 10 minutes after meals to burn extra calories and build momentum. For sleep deprivation, set a fixed bedtime, starting by shifting it 15 minutes earlier each night until you reach 7 to 8 hours. Create a wind-down routine. Read a book instead of scrolling on your phone, which can improve sleep quality by 25%. Sleep Foundation. Use a sleep tracker to monitor progress. For chronic stress, practice one relaxation technique daily, like 5 minutes of deep breathing, which can lower cortisol by 15% immediately. APA. Journal your stressors weekly to identify patterns and address them step by step. Celebrate milestones, like treating yourself after a week of consistent changes. Consult a doctor or coach for personalized plans. Studies show supported changes have 60% higher success rates. Remember, progress is non-linear. Focus on consistency over perfection. Step-by-step changes have been my mantra for overcoming these issues. Starting small, like adding a short walk, built my confidence and led to lasting habits. It's empowering to see how these adjustments not only improve ED, but also enhance daily life. How can you prevent ED effectively? Watch the next video to find out. Harmful behaviors like obesity, sleep deprivation, and chronic stress pose significant threats to reproductive health, but awareness and gradual changes can mitigate their impact. By addressing these factors, you can protect your sexual function and overall well-being. Start today with one small step and consult a healthcare professional for guidance. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.